This week's show is brought to you by the 2010 Glazer Kennedy Information Marketing Summit. And you can find out all the details about that not-to-be-missed event for people in the information marketing business from all over the world by clicking on that banner on this page. On today's show, we have a revealing interview with Glazer Kennedy Info Mastermind member and info marketer extraordinaire Matt Bacak, a mailer that will help you get your foot in the door of your prospective clients, and an answer to a question from a Glazer Kennedy independent business advisor. Welcome to No BS Live. This is the place for prosperity without the bull. At my most recent exclusive Info Mastermind meeting, where the top information marketers in the world gather together 3 times a year, I sat down with internet marketing guru and best-selling author Matt Bacak to discuss a very valuable money-making topic. Matt's techniques and strategies are widely used across the internet, and he has taught many of the who's who of internet marketers. Let's see what he had to say about this money-making topic. Let's roll the tape. Okay, well, here I am this week with our Info Mastermind member, Matt Bacak, who I often have said is one of the, although he's not that old of a guy, but he's like one of the founding fathers of the internet. Teaches all these, taught so many people how to use the internet, doesn't get credit for as much as he's taught people, and many people rightfully do give him credit. But I wanted to talk to you about this week, Matt, something very specific that I get a lot of questions about, and I'm not kidding, a lot of questions, which is about affiliate marketing. And I know that that's something that you really shine at. So, first of all, can you give everybody sort of how important affiliate marketing has been to your business, and also some of the, maybe a success story about how much money you've generated through affiliate marketing in such a short period of time, that kind of thing?
Well, I think, it's really, from today, and I know we've talked about it, I changed my whole business, affiliate marketing changed my whole business model. I started off in internet marketing as an affiliate, which things were a lot harder back then, but now it's got to the point where it made life a lot easier. So in September of last year, I quit speaking, I got off the road, and everything else like that. I needed something to supplement that income. And you're talking about, I was making a couple $1 million a year just speaking, and since September till now, I've replaced that speaking income just by doing affiliate marketing. So I guess that's a pretty good testament that, there's a lot of money in speaking, but there's also a lot of money in affiliate marketing.
And you do it not trying to do it in a way that doesn't sound right, but you do it both ways, which is how we do it at Glazer Kennedy, which is you have people that will promote your products, and then you promote other people's products. So there's income coming from both sort of directions. What would be, to get affiliates, people are always petrified about how do I find affiliates to promote my stuff. And unfortunately, we don't have right now 2 hours to explain that whole thing, but what's like 1 or 2 little things that you would share with people about how to go about finding affiliates to promote your own products?
Well, finding affiliates to promote your own products, the one key factor, I think, one quick thing, if you can create just a killer offer, you don't need to do much work. It's just, you got to get a couple, and when I'm talking about killer offer, one of the biggest numbers that people focus on, especially affiliate marketers, good affiliate marketers, are going to focus on one number and one number only, and it's going to be EPC, and EPC stands for earnings per click. Some people, if you're interested in, know some of the numbers, like it's pretty much visitor value. What's the value of that person, that visitor that comes to the site, and how much money you're going to make? Because a lot of, especially the big affiliates, are going to make decisions based upon that exact number. So if you had an offer that's doing $1.50 EPC, and I had an offer $2 EPC, somebody might drop yours and move to mine. And that number alone is something that'll entice people. If you just said, hey, I got an offer, for every click you send me, you're going to probably make $1.50 a click. That's a very incentive, just to get somebody to mail. But really the key, which everybody's going to tell you, is going to be finding relationships, building the relationships, and going out there and get them. I'll give you guys a quick thing, because I know a lot of people probably are sitting here right now saying, well, I don't know anybody, I can't making any relationships, one great thing is going to events. I mean, events are probably the best, and I don't know if you'll like this or not, but sometimes it's not just the event, it's the bar at the event is where they're made. But going there, meeting people, but don't go with the intention of getting people to promote your products, but go with the intention of buying somebody a beer, get to know them, and then and plus people do tend to say yes after a few drinks. I'm just kidding, but I do say that. I mean, I do say that with because it's really about building the relationship. Now let's just assume. I want to make one assumption for help a lot of people. Let's just assume that you can't go to events or whatever, and you want to get started right now. One of the things we did with one of my first companies, one of the companies, because I had my main company and I had other companies in different niches. We had no relationships. We got in the real estate market, information real estate market. No relationships, no prior. I didn't know anybody to communicate with. This was years ago. But how we did is we used a simple tool, and I'll give you guys a quick action steps to do, but we use a simple thing. We use Google. Basically, my recommendation is go into Google and put in the search term. So let's just use real estate and use my company as an example or case study. So we are a real estate company teaching real estate investing. So we typed in the word real estate investing tips. And then what it did is it popped up every single person, anybody that had real estate investing tips. Well, that identifies somebody that has a list, so I can get people to promote my stuff. The other thing is we did real estate investing newsletter, real estate investing, e-course, any. I wish it would be called permutation. Would that be right? Any permutation or any form of tips, newsletter, e-course, and stuff like that. And what that allowed us to do is to identify who's got list, who's marketing. Now, when we do that search, I'll tell you guys a little trick that we learned. It's just don't go. If we looked at Google, there's two sides to Google. You got the free side on the left-hand side, and the right-hand side you have the paid side. We always went to the paid side first, because if they're paying for advertising, that means they probably have a bigger list than the other guys that are doing the free thing, because they're probably advertising other places. So we would identify, we'd go there, we'd try to find a contact information to contact an individual to get them to be able to mail our offers and stuff like that. Or if we couldn't find it, there's another trick to do. You take the URL, you put that URL into a thing called domaintools.com. Just go to domaintools.com and it'll look up the who is information, and you'll be able to get contact information, email address, phone number, and everything, whoever owns that website. So now you can contact them and start creating that relationship if you don't have them.
Well, with that answer that was elongated, I'm going to get myself in a lot of hell. This is going to be an extra long session this week in No BS Live TV. But I have two things to announce. Number one is, to your point, at our Info Summit, we're going to have extended networking time to get to meet people, to actually have these affiliate relationships. And here's the other thing. I'm announcing it here for the very first time. Just got out of the Info Mastermind meeting, which Matt's a member of, and I coerced him. I'm doing a presentation at the Info Summit on affiliate marketing. I coerced him to come there and to join me in that presentation, to also deliver a lot of content. So you just heard one little glimpse of what he knows. He really is, when I think of the affiliate marketing, he's like the go-to guy to really teach people how to do this right. So he's going to be up there on the stage with me, and I appreciate it. You didn't really have much of a choice. I kind of told you to do it, so I appreciate you doing it. And so for the very first time, you go to the sales letter, you won't see any information about this. We're announcing it right here on No BS Live TV. So Matt, thanks so much for joining me, and thanks for coming to the Info Summit.
No problem. I'll see you guys there.
As you can see, just added to the Info Summit is Matt Bacak, where he and I are going to be talking about affiliate marketing, how to do it right, how to do it wrong. But when you learn how to do it right, it makes a big, big difference to your income and your business. And as I mentioned, this week's show is brought to you by the 2010 Glazer-Kenny Information Marketing Summit. And you can find out all about it by clicking on the banner on this page. And if you hurry, you can still claim a $400 discount, plus come to the Herd Building Day absolutely free with a faculty that is not to be missed. Okay, now this week's S&D item is about how to get your foot in the door, and it's right on page 255 in my book, Outrageous Advertising. And what you'll see there is actually a rubber type foot that you can put your business card in, and you can mail it out to people. And what you actually do is just go online and Google rubber feet, and they're kind of easy to find because there's a lot of vendors that sell them. They're very inexpensive. But if you're trying to get to people, trying to get through the gatekeeper, trying to get to see somebody, just using the regular old, I'm going to send you a postcard, or I'm going to send you a sales letter, that doesn't really cut through the clutter. I can tell you, when people are trying to get to me, that certainly doesn't cut through the clutter. That just goes in the big stack of mail that hardly gets looked at all. But when somebody takes the time to send something outrageous, something unusual, something that's clever, something that makes you stop and say to yourself, gee, this person is really trying to get to me, then that really does work. So the foot in the door, the rubber foot with your business card on it, and accompanying it with sales material about yourself, sending them out in an unusual envelope, sending it out to people where it's now lumpy, that will work tremendously. And that's one that works over and over again. I've seen it work in just about every industry. And there's your S&D example this week. And now it's time for Ask Bill. That's me. And today's question comes from Miroslav Beck, who's an independent business advisor in the Tampa Bay, Florida area. Now, Miroslav asks, you always talk about implementation being the difference between success and failure. What's the best way to implement all the great stuff I get from you every month? Well, Mira, first of all, let me just say this. To quote me correctly, what I do say is the difference between an ordinary income and an extraordinary income is implementation. And what do I mean by that is you can still have an okay income and not be a great implementer and make up for it by working hard. But if you want to really, really, really take it to the next level where you not only have a good income but have an extraordinary income, then it's all about implementation, and specifically fast implementation. And there's lots of things that I actually do in myself to get fast implementation. Oftentimes what I do is I prioritize, I look at all the things I need to do, and I set next to it a deadline that I'll get it done by. And when you work by deadline, that really helps to speed up implementation, especially when you have other people helping you with implementation, as I often do. So another secret about fast implementation is having people help you to get implementing things done quickly, which is my definition of management, is getting things done through others. So that's the second piece about that. And the third thing about implementation that's so important is that you want to do it once, and you want to only have to do it once, which means everything that you implement, you want to put into systems. So the system can be done over and over and over again, which also allows you to go do other things, because once you set it, you forget it. So there's three things about implementation for you. Number one is working to deadline. Number two is finding people to get it done for you and giving them deadlines when they have to get their work done by. And the third thing is systems. And those are my three secrets about implementation. So Mira, thanks for your great question. And since you are generous enough to send us your great question, we're going to send you this week's Beat the Clock Web Deal of the Week. So let's find out from Jessica what it is.
With this week's Beat the Clock Web Deal, XXX rated sales strategies reveals shockingly advanced sales strategies for mature sales professionals and business owners only. You're guaranteed amazing changes in the way you sell. Consider how these sophisticated secrets might help you sell more products and services. You'll learn how to become more attractive. Just one change in your thinking makes you instantly more attractive to your ideal prospect. How to ask the right questions the right way to advance the sale, and much more. Beat the clock and invest in XXX rated sales strategies for 43.23% off and get free shipping. But you better hurry. This offer expires at 11:59 p.m. Eastern on Monday, August 9th. Check the banner for more details.
So do you want a chance to have your marketing question answered live on air? Better yet, do you want a chance to win one of the Beat the Clock specials? All you have to do is enter your best marketing question in the comment section below for a chance to be selected and featured on an upcoming show. Well, that's it for today's show, folks. And as a special gift for watching, I will be giving away our Renegade Millionaire Marketing System for just $1. Now, in order to claim this, all you have to do is click on the banner in the sidebar for all the details. And before you leave, Also check the sidebar to see how you can find Glazer County on Facebook and Twitter, and also make sure to leave your comments about today's episode below with any questions that you might have. I'm Bill Glazer, and thanks for tuning in to No BS Live. This is the place for prosperity without the bull.